Hello and welcome back. Okay, so last time we won a pretty difficult fight against barbarians. A fight which perhaps I shouldn't have taken, but I wanted some excitement, and excitement is what I got. Be careful what you wish for. So, did end up taking quite a few injuries, and 2 permanent ones. So, Sven was struck down, suffers a missing nose, and the same happened for Leonhard. But we don't care about that much. I mean, it's not good. It's not good, but it could be worse. It could be so much worse. In any case, so we're a bit damaged. Also, we experienced some fatigue issues. Partly because I perhaps mispositioned Helmer, so he was unable to use the voice of Davkul when I would have liked, and partly because this weapon here, the exquisite mangler that we found, despite having -3 to fatigue costs, obviously it costs far more than the previous weapon that Dieter was using, this one. So he was not able to perform as well as I would have liked. I will continue using this weapon, it's very good, but I've removed the throwing nets that he had here, which I should have realized to do before we took that barbarian fight, because they are quite heavy. So if I have these here, it's -4 fat per net. And I'm basically never using nets on Dieters, so those were just there for emergencies. And I guess those emergencies may arrive at some point, and I will wish I had those nets there, or at least one of them. But let's go with this. Now it's a bit of a shame, perhaps, that he's already level 26 in a way, because at this point I would like to have more fatigue. Despite him having both battle flow and finesse and, well, I guess that's 3 things, so -3 fatigue cost per swing of this weapon. It's quite intensive to wield that. That's orc weapons for you. He also gets, of course, the +2 fatigue recovery per turn from being a chosen of Davkul. But yes, I may have to try to prioritize fatigue when I consider what to do with Helmers. So for example, we may at sometimes prefer to use the voice of Davkul over Onslaught. But we'll see. Of course, Onslaught is very good as well. Anyways, so yes, we are injured. Our equipment is damaged. I think at this point we go back to civilization, treat our injuries. So I think we won't skip difficult fights based on this result, but I will skip the most difficult ones until we've done the Black Monolith. Who knows if we'll succeed, but we'll see. And I may actually decide that we do indeed want some more of these second wind potions, which will help immensely, especially for someone like Dieter here. And also, we'll see if Sven will be in the lineup, though I would imagine that he will be in the Monolith, because I may want to break some shields with the split shield. And yeah, I can't really do that with anyone else. Not efficiently, at least. So we do have... where is he? Why am I not seeing him? Here, Raban. Yes, he is an axe master, but this weapon doesn't actually have split shields. It has demolish armor instead. And we've been using the bearded blade ability. Now I am building another axe man, though he's probably not good enough to participate in the Monolith fight. And that is Gebhardt here. Yeah, his melee defense is so low that I think I may have overstepped his boundaries, so to speak, trying to force this two-handed axe build on him. And I am going two-handed because I already picked Formidable Approach. Though I guess we can craft the potion that would allow me to reset his perk points, right? Anyways, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm kind of doing the same thing with him as I did with... I've forgotten their names, but let's see here. They're in the list here somewhere. 63 men have fallen since you took command. Of course, plenty of them have just been sacrificed to Daddy D. But let's see. Where is the person that I'm looking for here? It's earlier, I think. Let's see here. Bear with me or don't. Okay, Geralt, yes. Geralt, the Axeman, crushed by a fallen hero. He's kind of following the new guy. He's following in the footsteps of Geralt. Maybe I should have just taken shields with him in hindsight. But then again, he's so low level that there's not much of a chance that I will actually use him in the Monolith fight. Unless I somehow get more people killed or with nasty permanent injuries, maybe. Okay, let's take a look here, and we do see a famed weapon. It is an S-stock, no one's going to use that, and this one doesn't seem to be that good. We will leave it here. I'll take a look at this, but I'm basically probably only doing like a caravan to somewhere where we can get some items to appear. Let us get these. And also get some of the food items. Okay. And let's also visit Thunderstead, where there is a temple as well as a weaponsmith. And we may also sell there, though I may decide to head back to Loot instead. So yeah, I think we may actually go south. Weaponsmith doesn't have anything of note, and the selling price here is going to be bad. So I think we actually do nothing apart from healing here. Okay, I will go ahead and treat everyone's injuries despite the exorbitant costs. That is so expensive. There we are. And let's take a look at what these are. Thieves. We will not do any thieves at this point. Not one skull, at least. I think we are past that point. Let's visit Hornwald, then probably go to Look instead to offload. And then we'll most likely head south. Alright. I'll just get some of the food items and the tools. And then we leave. So I mean, it's a fair bet. It's a safe bet that the Monolith is somewhere to the west. Where else could it be, really? Very slight theoretical chance that it's like here, maybe. Or here. But yeah, it should be to the west. Alright, kind of an easy, boring fight against brigands here, but we'll do it. Also, yes, Raban did actually level. He's level 17. Let's level him up. I'll take more fat. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I feel in the long term about using this exquisite mangler, which deals very nice damage, but I can't really use the decapitation ability as much as I was using it on this weapon. The repair. I'll also repair this, I guess. Despite it being somewhat unlikely I'll ever use it, despite it being good. Who knows? Maybe this run will actually continue for 500 days more. Very unlikely, but I guess theoretically possible. Okay, so we should be fine with this lineup. Also, I've removed some nets from other people as well. So Mattis, for example, doesn't have nets now. Though, yes, at times, well, I guess I'll leave him with one. Oh, please get in the inventory there. Thank you. And I have nets on Horik and Fahad, which will only be used in the absolute direst of circumstances, because of course they don't have quick hands or anything and they're far better off dealing damage, but they can get away with those taking their fatigue, it seems. At least I haven't ran into any problems. Gebhardt has a couple of nets, we'll probably change that at some point. Also, yes, you still have this, the enhanced learning. I'll get Helmer in the lineup, I suppose, so let's leave out Raban. And we'll go with this. Nasty headshot. Well, I guess not super nasty, but at least a little bit nasty. Leverage is quite good. Can do moves like that, even with 9 action points. Split the damage up there. And also, yes, Sir Ulf also has leverage. I actually forgot about that. Doesn't matter though. As long as Dieter can actually get some kills, the battle flow will trigger and he'll be able to handle the fatigue costs of the weapon that much easier. I'll not use any of these, I don't think. Not yet. That's fine. Okay, feels like a waste to shoot one person with a handgun. But let's do it. Also a waste here with Farid's adrenaline. So yes, they do have a Swordmaster. He's going up against our Swordmaster. And also others. I'm undecided whether Swain here, our third pole armor, will be in the top lineup for the Monolith. And yeah, in this fight we don't need to prioritize the Voice of Davkul ability, but in the longer ones, perhaps we will. Anyways, now that Dieter does have the plus 8 fat from removing those silly nets from his inventory, we may be fine in the fatigue front. The frontier of fatness, the quality of being fat enough. He's thick, but is he thick enough? In any case, let's get through this silly fight. Don't necessarily care about getting all of them, but I suppose I'll make a half-assed effort to achieve that. As long as I can just keep on using the cleave attack like this, then we're completely fine. Also, this should be okay. I will do so. Hello. I'll give them some hope, because they'll probably be able to... Well, at least the Master Archer can probably hit Horik with his arming sword. I was expecting him to act much sooner than this, but apparently not. Oh yeah, never mind. I'm using Blitzkrieg. What am I thinking about? And there we go. He never gets to attack. Okay. Inventory is full. Let's carry on. I may be enticed enough in this run. So let's assume that we do win the Black Monolith, but let's say we suffer some casualties or some nasty permanent injuries at the very least. There's still plenty of challenge in this run, because this is hardened. I may want to keep the run going for a while longer, so there's a chance that I may even do some recruiting at that point. We do have the happy powder now, so we can keep people around as well. And the acquisition of said powder is also manageable. In any case, here we are. Kind of rambling a bit. So yes, I would also like to try out the new versions of Reforged and Hardened, or Legends, that has also been updated. And plenty of times, though I don't think there's been anything significant in Legends since I last played it. So what happened to my... Did I sell it? I don't see it here. I don't see it anywhere. Where's my shield, which I was using to check the prices? Either I'm blind again, or something's happened to it. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Let's just sell these. We know the prices are going to be good here, or at least decent. I will sell this Hellheimer the Beast's Earthshaker. Keep these famed weapons. sell some of these helmets. So the weight of 12s, I think, can go. Both of them. Let's get rid of them. Keep those. Do I care about this? Probably not at this point. I'll sell it. Unlikely I'll actually use the decorated full helm at this point. It has that nice plus 10 resolve bonus, but let's get rid of it. Right, and also at this point, since I remember, let's switch these shields back. So you were using this. So yes, with the injury of minus 10% stamina, he is now encumbered, but only by 1 level. The real issue, though, is if Helmer is unable to keep up using the Voice of Davkul, then Leonhard cannot keep using Indom. But with the help of the second wind potions, in the Monolith fight at least, that perhaps isn't an issue. Also, I'll sell this hammer here. Pummeler of Defiance. $90 and 2, $70 and 1. Well, probably completely unnecessary to keep all of those around. I have so many helmets and armors, but I'll still do it. So get this expensive sustenance here. There we go, probably good enough. Though, do I care about these? Well, I guess I could. There's some... Well, at least one armor that I would still like to upgrade. I could put a bone plating on it, I guess. Or at the very least I can craft that to make some room. So yes, nice durability for Sir Helmfried's coat of plates. 34 weight. And in the Monolith fight, I may, as I've said previously, I may decide that the aspect of Davkul should be used by Leonhard. We'll see. 34 durability, yeah. That's a bit heavy. I guess we keep on using this on Dieter. Well, for now... Oh yes, I can also use it on this nimble armor. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess we'll use the nimble armor. Let's use it on Helmer. He's valuable. He's perhaps the most valuable. And that frees up this one. 154.11. Arguable if that's an upgrade, but let's make the switch. There we go. Take a look at these thieves again, this time 3 skulls. If I cared about money, which I guess I care about it a little bit, I would do it, but let's skip it. Let's just go down south. See if we can find more second wind potions. Let's once again go through Schwedfeste. See if there's anything there. We are still repairing. Okay, next sacrifice. I forget who Giselher is, but... Oh yeah, he's the cultist that I was fine with sacrificing. I'll just get rid of him now, I think. Goodbye, Giselher. Sven is now a chosen. Leonhard is a chosen. Carlos is a chosen. Mattis is a fanatic. Farid is a zealot. Walther is a disciple. And Gebhard is a zealot. Good. His stuff is here now. Well, we'll get someone else to carry that. Maybe here already. So yeah, maybe I just want an indebted again. But if there's a monk, perhaps we will. Okay, it seems there's nothing of import here. Let's go to Dornberg. So it seems I've cleared most of the camps that I would have liked to clear already. More of them may have spawned, of course. But the brigand camps, for example, seems to be dealt with. Not sure if I should try these tougher orc camps before the monolith. Probably not. If I were a wise man, I wouldn't. Maybe we've had enough excitement for a while. Speaking of excitement, this place is very boring. Alright, well, we'll go down south. I'll take a look at these, but only doing probably those caravans if they're to a location that has something. Not the case here. We move on. Thunfeste, and once again, nothing famed. And yeah, okay, we do nothing here. Well, actually, never mind. We will do something here. Let's get Leonhard drunk. Onwards to Quadim. I suppose I would like to find the monolith in this episode, so that I can potentially attempt it in the next one. Okay, very easy leveling fight. Not many of us are, of course, leveling anymore. It seems like only Gebhard, basically. I'll take a look. Is anyone getting annoyed? Also, yeah, when you have a missing nose, they still do get pissed off if you leave them out of fights. Not the same case with something like a partly collapsed lung. That's a bit more severe. Anyways, let's see. I'll probably go with this lineup. Yeah, sure. Why not? One thing that I'm not the biggest fan of in this origin is that you're incentivized to keep 3 low-level characters around just for sacrifices. So you have less actual roster space, really. Alright, I really don't respect these guys. And therefore I will autopilot through this. And yes, with combo I can do a rotation for 1 AP at times. I need to actually get used to that before I, well, get into the flow of things to use such effects efficiently. Nice try there. Not. Channeling my inner Borat. Also, yes, I don't think I mentioned it. Walter does have this famed hammer in his inventory now. He has Weapon Master. Gebhardt, level 9. And also let's drink another potion of knowledge. Okay, let's hope for a +3 melee defense. +2. Close enough, I guess. Tempted by the hit points. I think I'll take the initiative though. He has flexibility as well as dodge. Alright, so yeah, I guess at this point we do take Axe Mastery and commit to it. Commit to my silly plan of making a two-handed axe with this amount of defense, though he does get defenses out of dodge until he doesn't. So yeah, the other options, cleavers, he can't really do that because he won't have the fatigue, though yes, there is a 6 AP cleaver that we do have. I guess it's in the inventory now. This one, which has nice damage, but it's also more fatigue to actually use. I guess I could try to make that work, but yeah, his stamina is pretty low. I think, though he gets more if I get rid of these, so 61-ish. Well, let's compare. Let's see. Okay, so 59. He also doesn't have Vanquish. No, he does have Vanquisher. Yeah, I guess I could use this. Try to use it. I mean, it does deal more damage, I suppose. Than Sir Sven's Splitter. Though the Split Man does hit both head and body. I mean, this is more reliable. And while this weapon has a split shield, obviously the axe will be better at that. And also I will get the disarm possibility, so I guess we'll go with the axes. This is a nice weapon though. Maybe at some point we'll actually use it, but probably not. Let's go ahead and take Axe Mastery. And finally start using this again. There you go. Over here we have ambushed trade routes, but there is a second wind potion. I will get that. I also get the Lionheart potion, I guess. If we do get sick by drinking too many things, then I suppose we'll just wait it out. Also, yes, let's sell things. Get some expensive sustenance. Get an indebted if one is to be found here, and that is the case. Welcome aboard Jeffrey, the Shackled. I'll go ahead and equip him. Cannot protect every single piece of famed gear that we have from the drunks. That's just too bad. Okay. What are these beasts? I wish you luck, but will not be a part of this. And then a caravan to Dornberg. So Dornberg doesn't have a weaponsmith. Cannot spawn a famed gun either at the Fletcher. I think I'll skip this. Yes, I will skip it. Let's sail to Sudersande. Three-Skull Hexen, I'll just skip this as well. Have plenty of throwing nets. I would have less if I had an actual thrower. Well, throwing net thrower, I mean. And over here, just one skull beasts. We skip because we're not really leveling at this point. Nor do we need their body parts. If I find an interesting camp or something along the way, we may do that. Outcast's Den. A fairly standard elite bandit location. I guess we could do this. A few swordmasters. And a robber baron. And a hedge knight. We don't really mind hedge knights. Sharpshooters. But no master archers. Okay, well, let's still not underestimate it, I guess, despite it being on the easier side. Let's bring in a better lineup. So Gebhard, step the hell out of there. Hakon back in. I wonder, should I use Leonhard in this? Especially now that he has an injury. I don't think we need his services here. We'll just go with the damage. Also leave Sven out for once. So I guess it's maybe Randolph in. Most likely I won't need any nets here, but that may still be useful to have around as an option. Okay, Randolph in with a net, I guess, and Mattis steps out. Let's bring Swain into this. I suppose I'd like to have Randolph somewhere near the middle of the lineup, now that he has those nets. Switch these guys around based on the defenses, though Bertwin lacks underdog. Yes, Sir Ulf is in, I guess that's fine, but I may also leave him out if I'd like, for someone like Mattis or Sven. How useful is he in this? I guess the Inspiring Presence and the rotations are semi-valuable. But let's bring Mattis. Sir Ulf would benefit from some levels though, but how much? How much does he actually benefit? He's also a bit slower in the leveling front. Let's bring Mattis. I think he's overall more useful. And if Mattis dies, then that's not even that bad. We can train up someone else. Do some recruiting again. "30 enemies. That's actually more than I thought there would be. Randolph is providing a valuable service. Okay, I'll go ahead and advance already. Despite there being many of them, I'm so far unimpressed. Also, yes, I've forgotten. Mattis does have anticipation, so he shouldn't ideally be using an armor with bone plating. Did you have decisive, Swain? You do not. Oric does, though. Just a robber baron with a bardish. Okay, let's just advance here. I'm playing a bit fast in this one. We'll see if I'm underestimating this fight. Hindsight will be 2020. But yeah, I would imagine this is somewhat easy. Do I want to immediately bonk, or do I save the charge? I think I save the charge. This guy is out there by himself. I don't mind him existing for a little bit longer. Could go on the flank, actually, with Mattis if I'd like. But let's use him in the middle still, because he has Vanquisher. Well, that's part of the reason, I guess. Farid, of course, does have it as well. Start going for the sharpshooters. Will I have 3 allies here? Use the Blitzkrieg. Skip the other things for now. It is a bit crowded here. Okay, Randolph may actually want to now step back. Let's see if this is a kill. Yes, it is. So use this. Okay. It seems the majority of their forces are in the north. Swordmaster over here and Swordmaster over there. They're identically dressed. Like, completely identical. The other one has a bit of a beard, though. Okay, Robber Baron over there. Let's start dealing with that. And over here I could actually skip going for them for now. Let's just keep the Vigilant. But then again, I did use Blitzkrieg. I suppose either option is fine. Let's use the Blitzkrieg though, since we already used it. So go in. Alright, I would still like to hold on to this Fresh and Furious charge. So I'll do nothing here. And I guess Randolph can still participate. So I will continue using him. Finally. Alright, well, you have Berserk, so I guess you score this kill. Like so. attack one of these enemies here, I think. Let's go with the crossbow. Now we hold steady. Fatigue is fine so far. Just end there. Okay, please don't puncture forage. Let's step inside. You also have Berserk. Okay. Do I want to step here? I don't think I do. Not yet. Hold. And probably hold with Carolus instead of engaging there. Not sure if correct. Probably not, actually. Let's go. Okay. Actually do this. Alright, and over here we do have a Swordmaster, but he's too far away for me to want to use the net at this point. Now where do I put Fahad? 3 allies are available here. That's a bit nasty looking, but these two should be fine, and I can provide support with Raban. I can also move here, and next round move Raban here for 3 allies. I guess I just go here. Alright, and do not advance, I think. Just a bit formidable approach. Okay, don't want to use gain ground, I don't think. So we just hold here. Though I could use pummel, no I can't. And if I wait, I lose out on unstoppable, 1 stack. I guess I use Adrenaline again. Also some mazes coming in, so stuns are... Actually, no, they're not. I'll use Adrenaline again and then end there. Semi-weird move. Okay, that's going to be a Berserk activation, probably. I could move here. I'm not sure if that actually accomplishes anything. I don't think it does, so just hold. Success. I'll wait. Get reposted. Yell all you like, that won't help you. Can I... Is this a kill? It should be a kill, unless it's a headshot. Goodbye. Cannot disarm the Hedge Knight. So... disarm this guy. Nice try. Sure, I'll step over there. Yeah, right, so we're having some difficulties hitting the Swordmaster. I guess I use a net since I have so many of them. It's going to be fine. And yeah, this one is kind of a problem. A couple of mazes here. I'll go for... Tempted to go for this one. So I will. Also, yeah, we didn't actually need a Berserk activation for Hakon because he was inspired. So if I use Vanquisher, I lose out on 3 allies, so I guess I don't use it. Nice hit. There we are. Okay, might get stunned there. That's fine. Sure. And yes, indeed. Okay, just things to sell. And inventory's full again, because I'm carrying too much garbage. Well, too bad. Okay, some experience. Matis, level 16. Fahad, level 26. Swain, level 13. He gets fatter. Thicker. Okay, lintworms, I will once again ignore lintworms. in Legends you can reach a point in which lindworms become trivial. Don't think that can happen in Reforged, though you can make them reliable as a fight. Anyways, here we are. There's also a caravan to Dornberg. Why Dornberg specifically? Let's see here. Taxidermist. Do I have anything? Not really to craft. Alchemist. No second wind potion. Nor anything else. So we just sell. Sell a couple of these wooden sticks at this point. I'm keeping them for Hexen, and perhaps I'm not even fighting Hexen anymore. Unless for some reason I would like to do the Witch Hut. Probably won't do it in this run. And sure, I'll sell one of these armors. They're identical. Sell this shield. Sell that shield at least. Yeah, I'll sell this. Let's try to make some room. Also get rid of that fighting spear. And I guess at this point the battle whip can go. We can get more whips. Flash pots. Don't think I'll use these in this run. Nor the smoke pots. I'll sell them. Keep this stuff. Though unhold hides, I don't need those. Let's sell those. Okay, let's go to Hardened and then we scout. There's also this camp here, but I think I will skip that. Nuh is afraid. He should be afraid. He has realized who we are. Hunt down serpents, I skip. Hunt down nomads, I skip. Alchemist, nothing. Okay, well... So yes, we have 5 second wind potions. Dieter will get one in the Monolith. And some others will as well, but exactly whom? If Sven comes, then he gets one. Maybe Leonhard. Helmer will for sure. Bertwin will. If Swain comes, then he's a good candidate. Raban also a good candidate. I would like to have more of these, but do I seriously want to wait that long? 6 nachos in the arena. Do I have anyone close to the next arena trait? I mean, sure, I'll do it. It's decent experience, and the money is probably meaningless, but it's money, so sure. Bring the top lineup. That includes Helmer, I think. So Blitzkrieg now, I guess. And is that enough damage? Very likely, but I don't know. Does it matter? It doesn't really matter. For the Berserk activations. That and move? Oh, it wasn't enough. Well, in that case, yeah, 1 hit point left, okay. Peter finishes the job. Okay, so now let's take a quick look at the food situation. Plenty of it is going to spoil. In the next 5-ish days. Okay, I'll get this. Don't really need to get it, but let's get the expensive food. Because we are about to head out. So did I check these? I probably did. But with these conditions, there's not going to be anything here. Okay, let's go. Let's scout here. Goblin territory. We are on the Goblin ambition, but I will, like I've said, numerous times, we may skip that. Though there is... Okay, I don't want to bother with this. This is... that's just pain. Greenskin Horde over here. No champion. They're going to be far away, so I'll leave them be as well. We'll just head in this direction and see if we can find something more interesting, more fun. Just more goblins. Ancient Spire. Skarsnik plot the orc location. So, yeah, like I've been saying, I should probably skip that, but I'm kind of curious to see just what's inside. How does it compare to the barbarian locations in terms of difficulty? This is further away from civilization. Let's take a look. I do like the orc and barbarian fights. Couple of champions, several orc young, dozens of warriors, and orc warlord. Yeah, I think I skipped this, despite being tempted. Let's try to locate the Monolith. I could be better prepared for it. Could have more second wind potions, could have an even tougher lineup. Could have more Davkul candles. But I think if this isn't sufficient to beat the Monolith, then, well, it's very tough. And then we'll kind of know just how tough it is in Hardened. So we're spending a lot of time here. Let's see. Yeah, we're very far from civilization. We should now start heading back. I can do these camps along the way to get some sustenance and excitement, perhaps. Flesh Eater's Cavern. Yeah, obviously we win that. I may still get someone killed there, though. Not ideal, of course. Obviously, we've done similar locations in the past when we were weaker than this. I guess we'll do it. Do I bring Mattis? Is it time for Leonhard to step in? I think it may be. Sven is getting dissatisfied. Well, not actually because of sitting out, but because he had a brawl. Well, we had a brawl. I'm not using nets in this. I'll bring Mattis over Randulf. Alright, do need to kind of concentrate in this if this high rolls the amount of berserkers. That gets nasty and silly. It's been a little while since we fought many orcs. Need to remember they have vigorous assault, for example. If Mattis goes down, I'm kind of okay with that. Well, I've said that multiple times. Maybe I don't need to be repeating myself. So yeah, you have stun immunity. That may come in handy, maybe. Yeah, let's go with this. $25. Okay, that's not that many. It's still plenty, but it's not as many as it could be. Okay. I think we just advance on them. Let's not use Blitzkrieg yet, though. Some flails over here. Maybe Hakon all the way over there. Go ahead and do it. So yeah, am I using Blitzkrieg now? It does have benefits. Maybe I should. Okay, sure. Use that and then use backup plan just to reposition for Inspiring Presence, perhaps? Not sure if correct. Somewhere in the middle-ish, so like here. To get rid of this one. I can do that with Dieter, I would imagine. Okay, move there. But yeah, if I get someone killed in a fight like this, then that's not going to be good for our aspirations. That would be a nice spot for Horik's Inspiring Presence. But it's also good for Swain. I'll wait and decide. If I rotate here, I get to attack. With Farid over there. But then Raban doesn't get to attack. I think I just attack with Raban. If I wait, am I getting a Berserk activation? Potentially, yes, so I will wait. Right, over here, I guess. Don't have Steel Brow, that's a bit worrisome. No Steel Brow, no 9 lives. But the damage is there. Go for it. And yeah, Horik here, sadly he cannot attack. But from there he can, so I guess from there. So if I leave this one alive, then that is a Berserk activation. Won't really matter if you're inspired here. I'll just move here. I think that's a good spot to hold. And then with Fahad, I could go into the front even if I'd like, but I suppose that's a bit ambitious. Let's try to deal with this one here. Okay, and with Farid. Here, perhaps? Here or there? I'll do here, I think. Alright, and we do have adrenaline here for Leonhard. Let's advance all the way over here. Yeah, this is really putting Mattis at risk. I think I'll still do it. Good luck to you, Mattis. You will need it. That's a decent spot for a polearm. Very decent, so I think I go there instead of attacking from here. Though both have kind of merit. Let's go here. And that is potentially a Berserk. Yeah, should be. After which I can disarm this one. Is that actually something I want? Seems like a bit of a waste. I could actually leave that kill for Birdwin for next round. Or Raban for next round. So actually let's attack this one. So yes, Birdwin. Step in there, I guess. Best of luck to you. So that's a Berserk activation for Raban, I'd say. Let's go for this one, actually. And I'll use this. Not sure if it's going to help, but probably it will. And over here. So yes, you are inspired. I think I'll target this one. Is that enough to kill? Or for it? Maybe. I mean, whatever. Let's just do it. Yeah, that's a huge waste of damage though. 6 hit points. I'm using a 6 AP attack that does this much damage. But go for it. Okay. Step over there. That's a bit of a safer spot. Don't bother with this, I think. Do I? I mean, they're semi-fast. Yeah, I guess I should bother with it. Let's bother with it. Don't have 3 allies here, nor will I. Not sure where I would like to move to. Maybe just a bit closer. Which is, yes, a bit ambitious. Hold steady, please. And nothing else for now. Still alive, huh? If I'm feeling greedy, I can get those kills with Raban, both of these. I think it's kind of worth the risk. And Swain. Still armor damage on this one. Good job. Could utilize the riposte. I've kind of built around that. Not sure if actually wise. Probably not. I think I just try to finish this. And don't step there, I don't think. Yeah, that seems a bit bad. Hold. We do not miss the 95. There we get a headshot, though. Start indoming. Is this enough to kill? Only if max rolls, so I will pass. Yeah, that does basically nothing. Just hold there, I think. Okay, and Dieter with his 12 action points. Step over there. And now let's see what they can do. The riposte did something. Hit by what? Chance 10, it seems. Now we know that that can happen. Okay, so we are getting this guy in melee, it seems. And if I just hold, I'm inspired. So I guess I just hold instead of moving. Okay, now, how fast are you? At this point I could use the riposte. Let's try it. Let's see if it's any good. What is your initiative now? Very low. Okay, fine, let's use this. Okay. This one is likely dealt with quite easily by Mattis, so I go for this one. And we also have Horik here, so yeah. I could go for a rotation. I suppose it's with Horik if so. I will... And that is a Berserk activation there. So I suppose I wait. Though I also get Berserk from this. So if I kill this one, I can move one tile and still attack. And that's on this. Okay, fine. Alright. Disarm, I suppose. Might get stunned next round. That's fine. It also move and activate Berserk from this and then disarm. But let's not. Let's miss a 95 disarm. Semi-problematic. Sun disappoint. Okay, I'll just move here instead of passing stepping. Stepping passing. If I riposte, that's potentially okay. Let us not move. Yeah, it seems that Dieter is able to actually keep on swinging this weapon. Okay, this is going well. Okay, well, yeah, that was quite easy, actually. 3 levels. Carolus, level 22. I'll take a point of fat. Farid, level 20. Horik, 24. Okay, and there's also this place here. We'll probably do it on the way back to civilization. Cavern of Lost Screams. Do I want to wait for daytime? Okay, this is even easier. I could leave out Bertwin. Surely we don't need him here. He's taken a bit of damage. Let's bring in. Could actually level Gebhardt here. I think yeah, let's bring him, sure. And if he dies, he dies. Then that's fine. And let's do that switch as well. Also bring the banner this time. Let's leave out Raban. Okay, so yeah, I don't have Relentless, so I do take a bit of a penalty from waiting. So 105 initiative goes to 70. Hello there, orc. How nice to see you. Just use the Blitzkrieg straight away. Advance there. And he scores a kill. Okay. Don't do anything else, though. I could actually, yes. Do something else. Or actually, never mind. I don't want to step there because Inspiring Presence is maybe going to be available. So, yes. Nothing else. We are too good. There's not enough targets. Also, there's too many obstacles. Okay, wait. And wait. Oh, not enough allies. I'll just hold there. Yes, very funny. Anyway, die. Die. Only 4 of them left. Nice try. Okay, against orcs, Gebhard's build seems to already be working, though this is obviously the easy fight. Okay. Let us go to Splitterberg, I suppose. Through the goblin territory. Undead camp. Somewhat easy. Okay, fine, we'll do that as well. So let's see. Leveling fight. Let's bring Sven this time. He's getting annoyed. As is Walther. Yeah, we'll go with this. Okay. Oh, there's a champion. Okay. I will kill the champion. Randolph is in, so we do this and then we do nothing else, I think. Okay, famed mace, 200. That may even be an upgrade, we'll see. "22 enemies. We may take some injuries here, and they have, well, maces. Here come the nachos. Disarm. Inspiring presence here. And with Helmer, just move somewhere perhaps? I don't know. Yeah, I don't see much point in using the tactician abilities yet. Awkward, but fine. Okay, I'm putting a lot of faith into Gebhardt here. We'll see if he lives up to it. So far it's working. So he's getting plus 11 melee defense from dodge here. Only 2 tiles available, and, well, he has 115 initiative currently. Step closer. Okay. Just wait. Fine. Yeah, there we go. So yes, the enemy will have an easy time of hitting Gebhardt. That's the problem. Sure, let's use that. And he does also run out of fatigue. Okay, I guess I still disarm. Let's see. Yes. there we are. Okay, so this is not an upgrade. Walther, level 12. Gebhard, level 10. Okay, this time he gets the +3 melee defense, +5 initiative, and +4 melee skill. He's getting better. Alright. So he has 2 perk points to go. I suppose we'll probably take Dismemberment. And probably skip Dismantle. I'm not sure. I mean, Dismantle's fine. If I want to split shields especially. Okay, fine. We'll probably go with both of the axe perks. Rebuke is going to be a no-go. Rotation is no, because he's lacking in the defenses a bit. Let's start with Dismemberment. Still keep these in blue if I want to change my mind. Watermill. Okay, well, I guess we could do that. That, like the Kraken, I've done only once or twice in my life, because I usually end my runs before, and also because the Kraken is not that fun. But I guess we could do that. From what I remember, it's pretty easy. I would imagine that no changes have been made to it. In Hardened or Reforged. I think I'll keep Leonhard out of this. Also, that gives me an opportunity to find out if both of these sword blades get removed. Let's also remove Gebhard for Mattis. And I think I'll still keep Bertwin out of the lineup, though I could definitely bring him, but don't think I need him. You lose a sword blade. My son has been avenged. His spirit can rest, and now so can mine. Okay, I could have read the previous thing. I'll read this. The reproach of the old gods then falls, and you reach to catch it, but a ghostly hand steals it away. You look up to see the elder unsheathing the blade, revealing its fire and ice, as though he brokered a new day and gloomy night in the very spectrum of its steel. He chokes with laughter. Avenge my son, be worthy. Idle doings for simpletons. You did well to chase the carrot, sellsword, and for that I will kill you quick. Pauldrons and bracers and a chest plate rise out of the mill well, sheets of grain streaming off them to reveal their garish shapes, and the metals twist and float to the elder, fiercely striking his body as though they meant to armor the very anvil that helped craft them. The suit of steel comes together as its occupant croaks with laughter. Hands grab you by your shoulders and drag you out of the house. You are shielded by the merriment. The elder gazed, turns his head. A mob of morons, is it? Depart, the lot of you, and you shall be spared. I only ask that you leave me the captain, as I have already promised his demise. Oric draws his weapon, and the rest of the company follows suit. The elder holds up the Crepuscular sword in return. Though the steel is firmly real, the elder's body is rippling to and fro like a thinly veiled curtain on a moonlit night. He sighs, and parts of blue ether drift from his lips. He turns the blade so its edge faces you. So be it. So, yes. Reforged and others. Zombies in armor. I don't quite remember what the Reforged is capable of. Let's take a look. So 95 melee skill, 25 melee defense. Backstabber. Mentor. Okay. Resilient. Savage strength. Wear them down. 7 action points. Okay. So this should be just a simple undead fight. I guess we just hold. Now the Reforged is, of course, wielding the reproach of the old gods, the lightning sword. Deals additional fire damage ignoring armor to the head of your target and up to 2 nearby enemies. So we may want to use that on Mattis. Maybe. I don't remember if the Reforged takes the place of these fallen heroes if he gets defeated or not. It's been a while. I think some of the legendary fights, such as this, maybe should be beefed up a bit. Just hold where you are. And yes, the Reforged does actually have some initiative. Cannot disarm him. I'll attack and rotate. And here I could go for the rotation with Sir Ulf as well. I can even attack first, right? Yes. The power of combo. I could still do things. Something to run out of fatigue though. Let's just reposition here. Ambitious repositioning, but should be okay. We have been hit. Okay, let's blitzkrieg now. And also onslaught. Right. Let's get in there. Let's get in it to win it. Did use riposte there. So I'll go for this. Rotation, huh? Wasn't expecting that. Rotation again. Here, disarm and attack. Okay, could have used taunt there. Perhaps I should have. Okay, this happens. I didn't remember this. Okay, we have geists now. Okay, so Rashigeist is now spectral form. We have plenty of geists. Well, we have Sir Ulf. But yeah, I didn't remember this. Okay, could have been devastating without Sir Ulf being here. He also has fearsome. Here we... Well, I guess I get rid of this. Yeah. Should have taunted. Now that that happened, we can look into the past and determine whether we did the right thing or not. Acts in 12. Okay, well, there we go. And here come the spooky blueberries. Oric has been pretty bad in this battle. Okay, some of these are going to rise up, so I guess I just stick around here. And with Sir Ulf... Okay, the encourage range was 2. Encourage and do nothing else. Instantly fleeing. And fleeing. Punched by a headless fallen hero. What a fate. Okay, let's see if Sir Ulf can do anything about this. So if I use Encourage, can I still... I should still be able to use Rally, right? If I have enough fat, which I may not have. Okay, never mind, let's just use the Rally. Boy, am I glad that ghasts aren't a part of the Black Monolith fight. Okay. Oh, there's still... I'm missing this. Just stay. There we go. So we get the reproach of the old gods. The Crepuscular sword bends purples and oranges until it seemingly carries twilight itself in its fuller. Held to the touch, one cannot tell if they are being burned or chilled, magic or well crafted. Whatever the weapon is, it vibrates as though it were fighting off power immense, and you need only swing it to find the steel's true charge. So this weapon also has a riposte. Guess we could try it out on Mattis. Damage is lower. Armor damage is slightly higher. Armor penetration is lower, but we do get the lightning effect. I mean, it's style points, if nothing else. Let's use it for now. Sir Ulf, level 12. I'll take more fat. And more melee defense, I think. As well as the resolve. Helmer, 25. And let's carry on to Splitterberg, where they split bergs. So yeah, we didn't find the monolith in this episode, but we're getting closer. Okay, so here we are. I will end the episode here. Let's take a quick look. Is there anything worth buying? There isn't. Alright. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.